Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Hop on, say hi, let me know where you're from. I'm just checking out the lights here. Still playing around with the lights, but I think they're good. So, let me see who's on. I know sometimes this takes a few minutes to warm up here. Let's just fix that. There we go. Okay, so for today's project, I'm going to be working with the Flowering Tulips, and that's a two-part set. So I'll be doing the Flowering Tulips today and Tulip Fields on Monday. Hey, Stacy. Thank you for tuning in. And my little dies are all over the place here. So let me share to Facebook. Thank you so much. Definitely share my videos. Okay, so for today we are going to be doing that. But before we get started with that, I have a lot of things to just show you, updates. So let me get started. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. You can see I have a new mug. It's actually got a pink inside here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty cool. That tastes good. That is on the Stampersdelightshop.com. There's a lot of new mugs and products out there, so you're going to check those out. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Carol. Good morning again, Stacy. Okay, let me flip the camera. Excuse me, clear my throat. Again, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Oop, forgot to update that. You got to put an S in there. The shop is Stampersdelightshop.com. This is the host code for January, if you'd like to place an order with me. Hey, Molly, we're going to do that peekaboo slider card that you wanted to do. Hey, Winann, good morning. Good morning, Rita. So, again, if your order is over $150, you don't want to use this host code because you want the hostess benefits. Speaking of hostess benefits, let's jump right into that. It's so much nicer now that I can show you the catalog and open it up. So for today, we are going to be working with the Flowering Fields Suite on page 14, 15, and 16. I am going to be using the Flowering Tulips. And on Monday night, YouTube Live, I'll be using the Tulip Fields. Okay. And so that's, let me just close that for a second. I also want to remind you, it is celebration time. So the celebration catalog, which I know everybody's already seen, you can get any of these items free with a qualifying order. All right, so we have lots and lots of pretty designer series paper, great stamp sets, such cute ideas. And you've seen me do a few of these videos already. The one thing I want to remind everybody is if your order or workshop is over $300, you're also going to get this calming camellia. I guess it's camellia. I'm not a flower person. I mean, I love roses and I love carnations, but anyway, you can get that. I want to say Camilla because that's my niece's name. And I think that's how you do pronounce it, Camilla. She spells it different. But you can get that free on top of everything else with a $300 order. Thank you, Darcy. Definitely share my videos. Yes, you caught me live, Connie. The other thing I want to mention is the new starter kit during celebration. I mean, the starter kit is a great way to get some products, whether you want to be a demonstrator or you want to be a hobby demonstrator, or quite honestly, if you just want the kit. So normally you would get $125 worth of merchandise for $99. On top of that, they are adding during celebration 2 stamp sets, not bundles, but 2 stamp sets of your choice, adding into that product for $99. I would love to have you on my team. I would love to talk to you with no obligation. So just contact me at Stampersdelight.com. Send me a message, an email, and join my team. We have a great team, and we do monthly chats. You don't have to do it, but we enjoy it. One is coming up. So that is the kit. And there's also a website for stampers only Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. With that said, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get perks to being a demonstrator, regardless of whether it's a hobby demonstrator or not. And we got a sneak peek at something that's coming up in February for customers, and that's called All Together. I absolutely love this bundle. Number one, it's a great stamp set here together. I mean, we need this right now, don't we? And then there are dies that go with it. Now, if you get the starter kit, join my team, you can get this now. We have the die cuts for the hands. We have You Matter here for you. And these great stamps. On top of that, because it's a collection, okay, so you can order the whole collection. Something that I have been wanting so long are skin tone blends. Look at these. So the skin tone blends, the collection is available only while lasts. Again, for customers, this doesn't go live until February. But for the blends, you have light, medium, medium, deep, and deep. So these are a must-have as far as I'm concerned. And the other thing you get with the collection, and remember, if you join the team, you can get this now. And we have this great designer series paper. And let's see, we got some other little hands here. Let me just show you those. So great bundle here. And then on the other side, the black and white. Okay, so great designer series paper. Have I said great like 5 times already? But you're going to love it. Okay, so there's all the designer series paper. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. How cool is that? Okay, so again, that will go live for customers in February. But right now, this is available for demonstrators. So jump on there, join my team, and you can get that now. I'm going to set that aside. I know there's a lot going on right now. It always happens during celebration. Don't forget to sign up by January 10th for the Hugs and Kisses Valentine's Day paper pumpkin. I did get a message that this is going to be delayed this month, so I apologize for that, but Stampin' Up! Did reach out and let us know that because of the shipping problems around the world, this will be a little late, but they assured that it would be in before Valentine's Day. All right, so that's the Hugs and Kisses. I told you I got a lot going on. The other thing I wanted to show you is the new, and I just hand wrote that real quick. Light the candles. This is the product number. This is for the new kit collection, okay, they just came out with. So here is the whole set that you get. And in US, it's like $19. You can't beat it. You get the stamp set, the block, the ink spot, and it makes all these great little cards here. And I'm looking at this. It doesn't look like they're shaker cards. Mine will be in next week. So I will show it to you then. Actually, I'll do a video on it. But I'm certain I can make that into a shaker card. So that's Light the Candles kit collection. And last but not least, a couple of you reached out to me because Monday night I had my PMS sweatshirt on. I just got the t-shirt in, and they couldn't see the what it said very close. So this is the t-shirt I just got in. Again, this is on the merchandise shop, Stampersdelightshop.com. PMS, purchase more stamps. So shout out to my daughter-in-law, Selena, at Little Shop of Gore for setting up this website where you can get some great stamping apparel, including the mugs. Okay, I got everything through. So let's get started. Again, I am using the Flowering Tulips today. And I apologize, my dies are all over the place because I ran out of magnetic sheets. I got to get some more of those. So we've got a lot of little pieces here. Let me show you quickly. Oh, one thing I'll tell you about that later. Okay, so here's a quick fun card that I did with that stamp set. And because it's two-step or three-step stamping, you can just stamp over each image. And regardless, it comes out really nice. So no one deserves a happier birthday than you. Thinking of you today. Now let me just bring this in one more time, because I do want to mention the collection has the 2 stamp sets and dies. It's got this great window pane checked ribbon and these cute little brushed brass butterflies and this great designer series paper. So again, that's on page 14 and 15. So this was the first quick and easy card I did. Then I needed to make some thank you cards. So what I did with these, and I'm just going to show you these real quick, is I cut my designer series paper 4 by 5, and then I sliced it in half. And then I did the same with another designer series paper, so you'll see that. And I made some quick, easy thank you cards. This is our doily, our colored doilies that are in the new catalog, and I just used the white side. And I used our circle framelits here. And don't forget about our pastel pearls, because they match up so nice with this. Snowy in New Hampshire. Yeah, it's snowing here in New York too. So, and I can write right over that. I did it very lightly inside so that I could write over it. So this is just a nice quick thank you card that I did with that stamp set. Here's the other one. So when you cut 2 of these pieces, you know, you can mix and match them. You just have to make sure you cut them the right way. This is another doily that we have in the annual catalog, the Vellum Doily, and there's some of that ribbon. Good morning, Karen. Just showing the quick and easy cards. Karen and I spoke yesterday, and she was waiting to see that. Just came in from shoveling, Patricia. Wow, how much did you get? We haven't gotten that much. Now this one, this piece right here, this round piece, is actually a piece left over from one of the cards that I'm going to show you in a minute. And I just used that because I like to use up my scraps. Thank you, Terry. Hey, Terry. Thanks for joining in. I got your message today. Terry just joined the retreat. And I haven't actually started cutting the paper and stuff for the retreat. So if you want to join my online winter retreat, definitely contact me today. Okay. And today means this morning. Here's another one that I stamped right on that doily. Again, pastel pearls. And these are just some quick thank you cards I did. Now the next one I'm going to show you, I actually incorporated the tulip fields because that's the one we're going to be doing Monday. I'm going to be showcasing Monday. So here is, let me show you what die that is. And I was just playing around with this die. So I'll be using both dies on Monday again. So this is that long die. And I just did 3 different colors. And of course, this is the background paper. And let me just show you where I got the idea. And again, I changed it up. But don't forget your catalog. So this is the one that they had in the catalog right here. All right. But I really like this paper, and I wanted to kind of keep those colors together. Hey, Maureen. Oh, you're excited for the retreat? Thank you, Terry. I am too. I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm sure you will. Again, I had this already cut out from one of my punches, and I just took that idea and changed it up a bit. I just kept the 2 colors, the pool party and the petal pink. So these dies right here are, of course, from the tulip fields. Whoop, let me put this back in the case before I lose that. And this is a fun set too. This set doesn't have any sentiments, so of course you're going to want the sentiments from there. Adorable, thank you. And this I made into a Mother's Day card. I know Mother's Day is not till May, but trust me, be here before we know it, right? And of course, there's the matching envelope. Okay, so now for the card that I'm going to be showcasing today, I'll show you the first one because I used different dies to see which one I'd like better. So here is my peekaboo card using the Designer Series paper. For this one, I used the rectangular shape dies, the framelits. You can see that mine are well loved here. They're in the annual catalog. Okay, Molly, here you go. And this is the way this card opens. Okay. Well, I'll tell you about that in a second. And this one opens like this. Now, I used this rectangle framelit, and this is just my opinion. I think it was too large. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. Because when I open it, well, that time it opened fine. There we go. I just thought it was too large for that card, but maybe not. You might like that. So let me bring it in. Still shots will be on my blog later. So this is a peekaboo framelit card, peekaboo slider card. Molly, what do you think? I'm so glad I'm retired too, Molly. Retired from one job, but jumped right into this one full time. Okay, so that's my first slider card. Oh, thank you, Carol Ann. So that's the first one. And here's the second one, which I changed up a little bit. So for this one, back there is the die from Color and Contour. That's that one back here. And there's two ways you can do this circle. Okay, we have the layering circles right here. Or if you have our circle punch, you can use that. This is the 2-inch circle punch. This is an old one. We don't have those anymore, but if you have the circle punches, they work fine too. Now let me show you this one. So this one, when you open it, it slides open that way. Again, slider, peekaboo card. Now this one right here, I just stamped the images. On this one, we used all those cute little dies, which I'm going to be using today. Two ways to do those. You can stamp, let me move this out of the way. You can stamp these images and cut it out with the dies, or you can use the Designer Series paper, and that's what I chose to do. Hi, Becky. So there we, oh, thank you, Terry. So there we have it. Not as hard as you think. And let's get started with that. So here's what you're going to need. Don't worry about the dimensions. I will put this all down later on, okay? And I did mark everything. So let me just, okay. So the first thing you're going to need, we're going to go step by step, is a piece of cardstock at 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. You can definitely case these, Joyce. It's the best compliment I could ever get. Now, I will tell you that I checked, there's other slider cards out there with other measurements. I do the research on it, and then I decide which one's better for me to show, because some of them can be a little complicated. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. And we're going to score that right in half, which of course is 4 1/4. Oh, I got to cut it first. So it's 4 1/4, and we only want 8 1/2. So we're going to slice that off. Then we're going to go in and we are going to score that at 4 1/4. There we go. That's good. Just dropped something here. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you, Susan. So that's the one piece. The next piece that we are going to need is a piece of Designer Series paper. Let me just grab this. Okay. The Designer Series paper is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so that's my Designer Series paper. Put that right there. Move this out of the way. Then we're going to need a piece of white. And that piece of white is 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. Now this one you are going to take the 5 3/4 size side right there, okay? You're going to slide it over to 5 1/2, and you're going to score it. So you got this little lip there. Okay, so we'll put that one right there. Then what you're going to need is another piece, and this one is 3 by 4 1/4. And we're going to score this one too at the 3-inch top mark. What that means is I put it the 3-inch right here. Okay, we're going to score that, bring it down over here to 2 3/4, and we are going to score that. Okay, and again, you got that little flap there. You're also going to need 2 pieces of 4 by 4 designer series paper. If you want, that's extra. If you want to put the designer series paper in here, see this one, I have the designer series paper in it. If you want the designer series paper in it, then you need 2 pieces of 4 by 4, okay, because they would go right inside there. Or you can just stamp it like I did this one. All right. Okay, so we're going to be moving a lot of things here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is take these 2 pieces. Oh, not those 2 pieces, these 2 pieces. Okay, I need the designer series paper, and I need this little flap. And that is going to go right here. Okay, so the flap is going to go right in there. And it will make sense when I'm done. I hope. All right. So what you're going to do is once that's glued down, that will fold back this way. All right. So for this, I am going to use Tombow, which it looks like I forgot to bring over here. So let me just grab that. You can also use our tear and tape. All right. All right. So I am just going to glue this down. Come on. It just came out over on the side here, and now it doesn't want to come out. I'm trying not to get a lot here. All right, maybe that one's out. Let's try this one. There we go. This is a new bottle. Okay. So I'm going to line that up right here. Let me make sure I have a pencil here. I do. Okay, good. All right, so that's the first piece right there. I'm going to flip that over. Now, this is the top of my card, so I'm going to flip it over this way. And I am going to use, because not everybody has the circles, the circle punch, I'm going to use my framelits. Okay, so this is number 5. Remember what I said, I number mine. So let's grab a ruler so I can tell you I number 5. Let's see what size this is. This is roughly about 2 1/4. So it's a little bit smaller than this one, a little bit larger if you have the punch. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to line that up there, and that's where I'm going to cut that circle. So let me bring in my die cutting machine. I may do some of this off the side here. You're going to use this as your guide, and you're going to put that right up there. I mean, you can measure from the top if you want. I don't. The first one I just kind of wing. All right, so let me just cut that. Okay, where it is, give me 1 second. Now I know it's here. There it is. Everything gets hidden. All right. So I am going to, and if you want, you can put a piece of Post-it note there. For this first one, I don't really have to do that. Again, you're using that as your marker. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Carolyn. And I'm just going to run that through. Okay. It's sticky on there. Let me move this over, because I really want you to see these pieces. All right, that's an extra piece. So now this is your card right here. So now I know where the circle is. I'll put that circle right there because I'm going to need that. And the next piece I'm going to do, this is your actual movement piece, okay? We are going to, let's say, I'm going to take this piece, all right? And this is going to get glued to this. Now, let me show you what I mean. Okay, that's going to get glued to there. So that looks kind of funky, right? But that's your slider part. So we are going to glue that down. Well, before we glue it down, let's do this. We're going to cut those circles out. So you're going to line this up. Like I said, this video might be a little bit longer because there is quite a few components to it. But once you do it once or twice, it's not that hard. I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm cutting this out. So now I'm going to go over, and I'm just going to cut this out. All right? So I'm just going to, so I don't keep moving everything, I'm just going to cut it over to the side. I could have had it cut out ahead of time, but I really wanted to show you each step. So let me just cut this one out. If it's not perfect, we can actually fix it. Okay. So now this will actually get glued right on top of there. And then you still need another piece here. You still need that peekaboo here. So fold it over. You can see this goes through, right? All right. And then we're going to do the same thing here. I love the tulip paper too. I'm ready for spring. Who else is ready? Okay, so we're going to line that up. Again, take your pencil so that you're going to cut this piece out. So I'm just going to bring it over here and do the same thing. I got to tell you, hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll do a video on where I am with redoing my craft room. I mean, there are some amazing craft rooms out there, and I'm very happy with mine. It'll never be done, but it's coming along. And what I really love is the fact that where I am standing right now doing my videos, I don't have to take everything. I don't have to take everything down like I used to. Okay, so there's that. Let me put that there. So that's exactly what I did right there, okay? All right. So this is going to get glued on here. And then these two pieces, I don't know if I'm going to use those two pieces. I think I might change that up. I think I'm going to use these two. Okay. So if you want the designer series paper inside, actually, I can just go ahead and glue that first. Let me show you the gluing. You're going to glue it on this side. Again, I am going to use my Tombow or liquid glue and only glue this side. You can see I've been using the liquid glue a little bit more. And then you're going to line it up right here. And that's why I'm using the liquid glue, because I can move it if I don't get it perfect the first time. Okay. So now, this is the start of your slider card. See? That makes that mechanism. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to go back here and do the same thing with this. I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to circle that. I'm going to put that in here. Whoop. Yeah, like this. line that up. Oop. Circle that, got a little, okay. And then I'm just gonna cut these two out. Again, I'm gonna do that over to the side so it doesn't shake the table. Just give me a second. Again, I could have had this done ahead of time, but now that I have extra time, I like to show you each step. Sometimes it's a little bit easier when you can see each step. Now remember, the measurements will be on the blog and on Facebook later on today. The blog is Stampersdelight.com. That's also where you can see the classes I am doing, which my monthly class this month is Hello Ladybug. All right, so here's my two pieces. Now these get glued right inside here. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know, well, it's too late now. I decided on that one. Let's just glue those in here. And let's glue this in. So this, whoop, this one's got to go over here. Whoop, wrong side. Okay, what happened here? What did I do? I did something wrong. Oh, I cut it on the wrong side. Well, guess what? I guess we're going to be using this side. I like that one over there. Okay, so this one's going to go right here. Okay, so that one's going to go on that side. And we're just going to fix this one. I have to cut another piece. You know what? I'm going to cut two pieces because I really don't want that side. I really don't want that. I'll show you what I made the mistake on. And this is always a good thing to see. Making a mistake so you know how to fix it. All right, we're cutting two pieces of 4x4. Hey, it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't make a mistake, right? Okay. All right, so this one is going to go here. So this one, I should have done it this way. Okay. So let's cut that one out. It's all good. I'm going to cut it out right now. Yesterday I was talking to somebody, and she's right on here, and she told me she likes watching me because I'm real, and I make mistakes just like everybody else, and it's true. Okay, we all make mistakes. All right, so this is going to go right in here. And, of course, that circle goes right there. So let me just cut that one out. My job is to give you ideas. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we have it correct. Let me flip that back. And 1 second here. Okay, so now when you see it, I'm just going to burnish that. Yes, now you know what not to do. Okay. Or if you do it, how to fix it. Okay, so there's your mechanism right there. Okay, so now we got this piece. And this piece is the long piece that's right there. All right. So this piece goes right here. Behind that. And then when you slide it, it goes like this. So let me show you how I am going to do that. This one is the one piece I am actually going to use tear and tape because I feel it holds it better. But there's a little trick to that. So let me show you. I'm just going to put the tear and tape on here. You got to be real careful. It's a little bit larger than that piece. So I'm going to flick that off with my take your pick tool. And then that piece that overhangs, I'm going to take that and I'm just going to roll that over. You don't want any glue too far over. Okay, so we're just going to do that. Make sure it's nice and nothing on this side. All right. And then what we're going to do, now remember, this is the slider piece. So we are going to line that up to this piece. We will get to stamping, I promise. Okay. Okay, so this goes behind there. So when you open it now, it goes like that. So remember, this piece gets glued right there. I'm going to show you something else to do with that when we're done. So there we go with that. So that was the card, minus my mistake. All right. But it's just a matter of where you cut it out. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is the inside sentiment. So this was a thank you card. So for this one, you're going to start with this, the inside piece. So when I say inside piece, not this piece, but this one. Okay, so I am going to close the card up. I am going to grab my Poppy Parade, because that's what color we're using. And I'm going to grab Just Thinking of You Today. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. Stamp that right in there. There's my first sentiment. Close that. And I am going to use Let Today Be the Start of Something New. You know what? Instead of that, I'm going to use Love You So Much. Let's see, love you so much. Just thinking of you today. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to stamp right inside there. Now, when they open it up, it's going to say, just thinking of you today. Love you so much. And then, of course, we're going to use the birthday saying on the front. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper here. I am going to stamp this. No one deserves a happier birthday than you. I am going to go ahead with my paper snips this time. I'm going to cut that this way, just to have something a little bit cuter. Now that's going to go on the front, but we're not going to do that yet. Okay? That's going to go right on the front there. I am going to bring in this piece, which I've already done, and again, this is from the Color and Contour, and then the new designer, the new embossing folders, which are on page, let's just say, it's the new one, Stripes and Splatters, and that's on page 55. That's actually going to go right here. And this happy birthday is going to go right over here when I'm done. So let me just put that down first so I don't lose it. You know how I love to lose things. Everybody still with me here? I'm going to put that right there. This will eventually go right there. But before that, I'm going to do some more die cutting. And just put my stuff back here before I lose it. I lost one of my dies from the raining boots, and I looked all over for it, and then I found it when I was looking for something else. Isn't that always the way? Okay, so we're going to do some stamping and some cutting out here. Okay, so I need all these little pieces. And this might look intimidating, but it's really not. I'm going to show you in a second. And then I need these dies for my leaves. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put those right there. And I am going to bring in a piece of designer series paper. Right here. And what you would do with these is, now I'm using the designer series paper because I don't want to have to stamp in color or whatever, but you would line these all up. And it's pretty cool because this paper gives it like different effects. You're going to line those all up like that, or just put them on there. You don't have to worry about lining them up because we're not really stamping anything. And I'm going to run these through the embossing folder machine. Already did it. Okay, perfect. Let's put those back. And let's bring them in. You see, I did that ahead of time. So this is what you get. All these little pieces. Now, these wider ones have little fold marks on them. And you can just fold those whichever way you want them. I want this part of it because I want the light and dark pink. So on those dies, again, they have little fold marks. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Karen and I were talking, and we were saying sometimes they look a little challenging and you're not sure. These are really not. Now for the insides, they're basically pretty close. So if you make a mistake, I don't think it's going to matter. All right. So what I did, and I think this will help you, okay, is if you go to that page and really look at the diagrams or the pictures here, you will see which one goes to which. Okay, so this is the one I used, and you can really tell how to layer those up. So don't worry about that. You know, they do work out. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is this one. And again, if you look at the diagrams, this one shows it laying over this way. So I'm just going to put just a tad, whoop, a little bit too much, but take some of that off. Just a tad maybe to hold that. Because you're going to slide another piece in there. All right, we're going to put him aside for a second while he's drying. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. Okay, so this one, I'm just going to put a little bit here just to hold it into place. And again, this is just how I did it. So it holds it down. And then this one. And if you really look at that page, it shows you to put this one in first, then that one. I don't think it's going to really matter. But I just looked at the page and did it. Oh, yeah, the scallop made it. Thank you. Okay, so there's that. Now, these little pieces, like this one is going to go right in here. But here's where you can change this up if you want that. I want these pieces. That's going to go inside there. And then I'm going to choose the one with the white. And just tuck that in there. So this is the layering part of it. Not hard at all. When you lay them out, now here's where I'll put a little glue just to hold it in place. When you lay them out and do it this way, I think it's a lot easier. And at least it was for me. Okay, so there's that piece. Now I want this white piece here because I really want the white to show. Again, these are just my ideas. You can do it any way you want. Okay, we're going to tuck that in there. So there's my first one. There's my first one. Now I'm going to bring in this one. And I'm just going to use the pink here. So now you can see, I can see some of the darker color back there and some of the lighter color. So I'm just going to glue this on first. Just play around with these petals. I mean, they're petals. You can make them any way you want to work. Okay. And then just add a little glue right here. There's my second one. Let me bring this little guy back in. He didn't want to really stick, but that's okay. This one is going to go right back here. This is why I don't like liquid glue. It's all over my fingers, but okay, this one's going to go right back here, just like a little bud. Well, not like a little bud. It is a little bud. Okay. So we're going to go right back here and push that down and over a little bit. And there's my 3 buds. My suggestion would be to cut a bunch of them out at one time. Okay. Let's move this out of the way for a second. Now we're going to do some more stamping. And before I lose these, let me put them right in front of me. I am going to take some stamps here. And I am going to use Pear Pizzazz right on top of Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to ink up 2 of these. These are the stems. And then I'm going to use the leaves. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. I also have some more giveaways. I got to announce the giveaway winner. And if you see your name, just contact me within a week so I can send you the giveaway. I'll be doing giveaways from now, probably till my birthday on February 4th. So definitely want to get in on the giveaways. Now, if you live out of the country and I pull your name, I can't send you the giveaway, but I can send you a card. So you still want to comment. Okay, so let's put these on here. And let's see, I should have my Post-it note right here. I do. This is where you want to use Post-it notes because you're doing a couple of them and you really don't want them to move. Okay. And then one right here. Yes, definitely try this card without the mistake in the beginning, okay? But if you make that mistake, now you know how to fix it. That was my intent. I really wanted to show you how to fix a mistake. It works, right? Okay, let's just roll this through. Okay, and now we have some more pieces here. You can see that these are cut out. This one is another leaf here. And then we just have to do it one more time. I'm taking the time to put my dies back so I don't lose any more. It was so funny though. I looked high and low for that one die for the raining boots. And then I was looking for something else and there it was. Okay, so we are just going to get that right and lined up here. Again with the Post-it note. Especially the long spindly dies like stems. Good idea to use the Post-it note. Oh, Carol, your birthday's the day before mine. Well, I'm going to be doing giveaways right up until my birthday. So, and even if you win once, you can win again. But each time you have to leave me a comment on Facebook or YouTube on my videos. And if you're doing it on YouTube, you would definitely want to, and share. Okay. All right. So there's my other stem. Let's put this back. All right. Let's bring this card in now. and let's finish this. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is bring in my little pieces here. So there's one. Here's the other. And then this is the little bud. So I'm going to use Dimensionals because I really want that to pop up. Let me grab some Dimensionals here. God, I love this new setup. I hardly forget anything anymore. Notice I said hardly. Okay, so we're going to do this one first. And put that one right here. This one's going to go behind it. And again, I'm using Dimensionals. If you need a catalog, just contact me at Stampersdelight.com. I'll get you out one. So there's that one. You could also use the other side. I just want to point that out. If you wanted to use this side, you could. But I like the open side. Yes, the whole set is really pretty. All right, and I'm just going to put this one out that far. Okay. So now we have these two cute little pieces. And you notice I'm not using my silicone mat, our silicone mat that we sell, but you do want that because I have a silicone mat behind here. It's a larger one, but I definitely recommend our silicone mats. And you notice I switched back to the lighter background here because I just felt the other day the dark one you really couldn't see too well. So I kind of like the lighter background. Put this right here. All right. I'm going to take this one. Thank you, Tina. You'll be trying this card and you shared it. Thank you, Connie. Definitely. You can try any of my cards. Like I said, that's the ultimate compliment. I'm just going to put that one right there. It's okay that it goes down further, but I don't like the way that's looking like it's off there. There we go. All right, now for the leaves, I am going to use Dimensionals again on that. I really want this card to pop. So I'm going to go ahead and the other thing I like about this is I can really put those leaves any way I want. In other words, I was trying to figure out, was that the top, is that the bottom? But the leaves really can go either way. I don't think anybody's really going to look at that and say, hey, your leaves are wrong. Now that's going to go right there. Now that does look kind of spread out, but remember, I've got this to go over it. Okay, so there's my sentiment. Let me go ahead and put that down. You're going to love playing with this set. Trust me. Okay, that should be enough Dimensionals. Put the happy birthday right here. All right, then I'm going to bring in that beautiful ribbon. And you know me with the ribbon. It's got to be able to tie nice. And this one does. So for tying, loop, and just go around, loop it through, hold the ears and the tails at the same time and pull. Gives you a nice bow, and then you can just adjust it how you want it. And I didn't bring my ribbon scissors over here. Oh, gosh, I wish we still sold those ribbon scissors. I need another pair. We'll just use our paper snips because they are very sharp and they are still available. And that's going to go right here. So for that, I'm going to use my glue dots. And let's grab a couple of those. I'm going to grab a couple of those on here, just like that. I made it look so easy. It really is not a hard card. Just try it the first time. Do it step by step. Minus, you know, mistake. Not the mistake, but you know what I mean. Do it step by step, and it really will work. Now, okay, so now here's when you open it up. it goes like this, right? But this kind of like flaps over. So what you want to do, the last part of this is, again, you want to take your tear tape so that the person opening it doesn't get confused. You're going to use that right there. And again, it's a little bit longer, so you have to kind of tuck those pieces in. And Molly, if you're still on here, Molly asked me to do this one. Does it look a little better or easier for you now, Molly? Okay. And then with this piece behind there, you're not going to see that, okay? You're going to close it and just close it up there. So now, that was your problem. Okay, so now when you open it, the person isn't confused on which way to open it because this piece stays down. Okay, so watch. Now when you open it, it slides. So we've got, no one deserves a happier birthday than you. Love you so much. Just thinking of you. So, person reading it, no one deserves a happier birthday than you. Just thinking of you today. And then when you open it, it says, love you so much. What a great little card, right? And then, of course, you can finish it off with some embellishments. With the pastel pearls. Let me grab those. I don't know if I have those. Actually, the pastel pearls go really nice, but I have what I have. Oh, I have some pastel pearls. They're in purple, though. So let's use the new iridescent ones. But don't overlook those pastel pearls. I mean, they are great. Okay, I love those. And we're just going to put some of these new iridescent, because I love these too. I love all our embellishments. And I'm going to put a little one right here. Now, be careful when you put an embellishment on the inside. And I'll show you what I mean. I put butterflies on here that go with the set, which should be on my table here. And you just got to be careful where you move those so that the card opens. All right, so this one I use the iridescent, new iridescent ones. But of course, if I had brought over my butterflies, I would have used those. So that's it. That's all there is to it. Yes. And Megan, that was my whole thing about checking out how to do this card, because I found other cards that did this, but they were not our normal A2 size. So let me show you. This is our normal A2 size, and it fits in our envelope. That was why I researched it, because it will fit into our regular envelope. So let me just stamp this envelope so you can see that. And I'm just going to grab my Poppy Parade. And of course, this is two-step stamping, so I just want to make sure I get this lined up and just stamp that right on there. Look at that. And then I'm going to bring in the Pear Pizzazz for some little greenery. And I'm going to grab my stem, which I should have a, there we go. Scrap piece of paper, do a stem, and then some leaves. I don't even have to re-ink that. I'll just do it that way. There we go. Okay, so there's my matching envelope. Whoop. What do you think about this? Very easy to do. Just play around with it a little bit. Okay, so this is the one card. That's the one Peekaboo Slider card. Here was the first one. Actually, this was the first one that I did. And of course, there's the little butterflies that go with this suite. Again, if you need a catalog, contact me. This is the one I did with the rectangle frames. I kind of like the circles better, but that's just me. Which one do you like better? This one is with the tulip fields, which I will be showcasing Monday night. And then, of course, I have all my thank you cards that I cut. Some quick and easy cards. And then, of course, the flowering tulips. Look at this, all the tulips. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave me a comment. I'm going to flip the camera. You definitely want to leave me a comment. And if you're on YouTube, again, subscribe to my channel. I will be announcing some more Prize Patrol winners later today. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Shout out to a couple of cards that I received that he didn't show. This is from Linda and Arnie. This is from our DDM Kate. This is from team member Joyce, a Happy New Year card. And this is from a customer, Laura. And I do have a couple of gifts upstairs, so I'll have to show you those next time. Okay, so one last thing I want to remind everybody is about my January online class, which is the Hello Ladybugs. You definitely want to sign up for that. You got to sign up by January 10th. Here's a couple of cards that I did with that. So go to Stampersdelight.com and sign up for my class. You like the circle better? The circle, it looks like the circle's won. All right, so I think that's it for now. You all have a great weekend. And oh my gosh, people told me this would happen when I retire. I don't remember what day it is half the time. It's Friday morning. So have a great weekend. I will see you back here Monday night, YouTube Live, 7 p.m. Don't forget to check out YouTube on Sunday for my Sunday Scrapbook 101. Thank you all so much again. Have a great weekend and keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.